Get ready for some fun and excitement with your boy, BiggOh. News, rumors, CLEs, and Dallas Cowboy watchmen. You better believe it's going to get crazy and psycho. So grab your beverages and your snacks. And like BiggOh always says, if you got it, spark it.
Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Can you hear? This is weird. Nothing is coming through. I can't even hear myself through this. Okay, there it goes. Now I can hear myself. Are you there, buddy? You got your microphone muted here. What's going on there, Daddy-O? I was doing a listen back to me and Rob from the other day, and my microphone kept cutting out. So if my microphone sounds like doo doo, guys, just let me know. I imagine Otis is probably saying something to the effect of he feels disappointed that Joe Hendry got robbed. That JBL has a price to pay. Um, that our boy didn't win. He's very disappointed that Joe Hendry did not win. I can see it on his face. Um, all right. Since I really wasn't prepared to be on here, I was just gonna eat my dinner. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, welcome to the BiggOh podcast featuring Future. Let's see if we can hold it down here, guys. What do we want to talk about? Before anybody says anything, don't forget like and subscribe to Scripps webpage, to the Scripps Wrestling Federation. What is going down in the world of wrestling?
Can anybody hear me
Ah, he's here.
now? God damn it.
Hey, before
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
Hey, were you planning to cover Samantha Irvin at all?
A little bit, yes. Yes, I was. I was.
Okay, okay.
So I got some news about her. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about.
I
Man,
mean,
I'm
I
so sorry. I
I
have
hate
no
my
idea
job,
what
but
was
I'm
going
good at
on.
it too. So
I have no idea what was going on. It's just I came in with the most coldest, fieriest intro known to mankind, I swear for Lord. And then all of a sudden, I'm going through the top of the chat because I want to give people their credit, give them flowers like Scripps, Rage, Patrick Palmer, JP, Omega, just the whole crew, man. I want to give you guys your flowers properly. And I was talking about Rage and her Black Ops 6 gameplay earlier and how fun it was and stuff. Next thing I know, my phone starts buzzing. Like, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can't, like, what the? And I'm like, for
I
real,
was
you guys
mess.
can't
I
hear me?
we were all messaging you here, and then I sent you a message on X. I don't know who if you have text or anything.
I do. I have it open. I look down. I also have X in one of my windows up here, and I'm looking down. My phone is buzzing. Then next thing you know, notifications just start popping up in my X. It's like, dude, you're muted. Like, I'm muted, and I'm looking, and I'm not muted. And I was like, something must have happened between the cross feed and stuff. So I just kind of exited and kind of came back in, and now we're good, man. Man, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry, man. Uh, I was also mentioning Jeremy, the Minimo Bro, saying that he was having some internet issues, and Hologram is taking care of some business, so he might not be able to make it. But thank you, Future Man. Look. Feel free to
It's
kick it
called
and hang.
We're Here. We're here.
We're here. We are here. We are here. So And yes, I do want to also talk about Joe Hendry as well. Hold on, let me
I
just.
don't know if you saw me on Saturday, but I had my Joe Hendry shirt on and everything. So
Man, we're going to get into that. I'm very upset about that, man. But again, thank you guys. Welcome to the weekly wrap up, better known as the BiggOh Wrap Up. It's your boy BiggOh, man. Thank you to every single last one of y'all, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. It's a lot to talk about, and man, that was probably a botch from hell that I went through. That was just so crazy. Man, I know it's a lot of you guys first time seeing the intro. What do you guys think of it? Like, what do you think of it, Future?
I like it. I like the lightning. It's pretty cool. It leads you in. It's not over long. It's like just right. The length is just right.
Yep. So, and I can do intros. I'm not, deviate designs or anything like that, but I can get a little creative. I can get a little creative. Speaking of creative, that is one of the main things that we're going to talk about, especially when it comes to AEW and WWE. But before we get into that, if you would just give me just a few minutes, Future, I'm going to remove you for a hot second because I need to talk. I need to talk about something very, very, very important right now. It may not be important to most of y'all, but it's definitely important to me. The Dallas Cowboys. For the last 3 seasons, this team has went 12-5 and absolutely went nowhere. Now, I don't ask for much from Dallas, nor my fellow Cowboy supporters. The only thing I want to see us at least do is get to the NFC Championship. Which brings me to my topic right here when it concerns my Dallas Cowboys. Future, you can go ahead and get Cooper ready here in a few minutes. Unfortunately, I am unable to play the Swerve song because I will get hit with a strike with that. Rob, if you're listening, don't play the Swerve song. We can't do that. We got to do something else now. My Cowboys. So, one of the main questions that was going on after yesterday's debacle with a depleted San Francisco 49ers was this. Are the Cowboys a playoff team? My answer to that is no. Matter of fact, let me upgrade that no to a hell no. Matter of fact, can I upgrade that one more time? To a oh hell no. There's no way that this team, what we got right now, is a playoff team. We may get in with a 9-7 record. I know if you guys watch my preseason predictions of who I think who they're going to lose to, who they're going to win to. Listen, the roads have been rocky. They lost against Baltimore, and ever since that loss against Baltimore, they have not been the same. What, that win in Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh is actually on a nice little streak right now. And now that Russell Wilson is actually back and playing pretty decent right now, we'll see how Pittsburgh does in the next few weeks. But Dallas, you get throttled by the Saints. You get throttled by the Lions. You lose by 6 points to the 49ers after coming off of a bye week plus an extra week because you played that week previously. There is no way. And here's another thing. The team is in shambles. So, and when I mean shambles is that the injury bug is really affecting them. Micah Parsons is not playing. DeMarcus Lawrence is not playing. Kendricks just came back. Trayvon Diggs I think he's playing on not even a nagging ankle in which he came back season-ending surgery and had that repaired, and he came back. I think he's playing timided on that ankle. Deron Bland, ain't no telling when he's coming back, but hopefully soon he'll be back. The defense is just using a bunch of second stringers and backups. And I know with that, we got DeMarion Overshown. He is tremendous. He is a bullet, and he's probably one of the top best players for the defense right now. On offense, the only thing that you got is CeeDee Lamb. 13 catches, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns last night against the 49ers. He was the team. We don't have an offensive line that can't keep Dak Prescott staying up. And that's not and that's not even a test to what Dak can do. Like Dak is a very mediocre quarterback. You guys heard me say this so many times on the stream that he robbed Jerry Jones of his money. Now he can sit back. He has nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. And I think what Dak should do is literally bust down Jerry Jones's door and say, God damn it, I need some goddamn help out there. Give me another receiver that can help out CeeDee Lamb. Give me a couple of O-linemen to keep me up straight. If you ain't going to help out the offense, at least help out get another wide receiver to help out. Produce these points. At halftime, the 49ers were down 10-6. The defense was holding their own. I'll give them credit for that. But in the second half, it was just 3 and outs after 3 and outs after 3 and outs after 3 and outs. And San Francisco just went down and scored. You cannot give up 21 points in the second half and expect a comeback. You cannot have 56 total yards rushing and expect to win the game. Jerry Jones, I said this so many times. You always say, Jerry Jones, that you want to win another Super Bowl before your time is up. It's not going to happen. If you keep drafting based on what you want to draft, I'm pretty sure you're going to do the same thing that you've been doing for the past few years, is spending a fucking first round on a defensive player. You need to pay Michael Parsons. You need to make sure you pay DeMarcus Lawrence. You need to get this defense in order. You got Mozzie Smith, the guy out of Michigan. Yes, this is his first rookie year. But the boy got potential if you get him out there and get him to do so. He is a run stopper. Use him. You got to do something. I don't know what you're going to do about Dak Prescott. You done gave the man his money. And here's another thing. I don't want to see, in a critical moment in the game, I don't want to see family pictures of Dak Prescott. I don't care. Show that shit pre-game or post-game, but not during game. I don't give a fuck. Quit trying to build off the whole sympathy card for Dak Prescott. Fuck all that. The man is out there to try to win a goddamn game. And you want to sit out there and try to make him fucking break. Cut me a motherfucking break. I don't give a shit about the family of Dak Prescott that he bulldozed his old mansion down to build up a new one. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I know, Future. I know. You know, we be Codying around here, you know, when I be lagging a little bit. But don't nobody gives a fuck about Dak Prescott and his family in critical game moment times. We want to go out. We want to see Dak Prescott at his greatness. Go out there and produce a fourth quarter game winning drive like he did against Pittsburgh. Dak is not playing like a $60 million quarterback. He's not even playing like a $20 million quarterback. And that's just how I feel about my Dallas Cowboys. I'm still Dallas Cowboys for life. Believe that. But you gotta change something. It's either with your quarterback, it's either with your head coach and the schemes that he produces, or the defensive coordinator and the scheme that he produces for the defense, or it's Jerry fucking Jones. Which one is it, Cowboy Nation? I have to know. I gotta know. And that's all I'm going to talk about right here as far as my Dallas Cowboys. They lose by 6 points last night, 24-6. 24-30 to the San Francisco 40 Whiners. That's right. I said it. 40 Whiners. Now, I'm bringing my boy Future back up here. I'm pretty sure he had enough time to grub a dub. And Future, where you at? I can't see you. Uh-oh. Did the future freeze? Did the future freeze? Did the future freeze? Hey, put a one in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Oh, you self ye all right, hold on. Okay. Come back. Come back, future. Just re-click on the link and come back. While we're man, look, I don't care if StreamYard likes Dak family photos. You show that shit pregame or post game. Show that shit before or after the game, not during when Dak is trying to go march downfield and score a touchdown for his team. Fuck all that sympathy shit for Dallas's quarterback. I don't care if he's Walter Payton's man of the year. What are you gonna do to be MVP of the year, Dakota Prescott? Now, now that I done got that off my chest,
All
I
right.
want to go ahead.
I don't watch a lot of football. I said I don't watch a lot of football, but it seems like the teams that have not very complex offenses, these new defenses are reading everything way too quickly, and they're smoking everybody. And it seems
and
like Dak is he's kind of he's a quarterback of a earlier time, and he's not making good progressions, and so he's just not reading these defenses the way that he needs to.
you know, and that's a good point. He was Romo's backup. He was
And
Tony
to be
Romo's
perfectly
backup.
honest, Tony Romo, he reads stuff a lot better in the booth than he did on the
Yes,
field.
he does. Yes, he does. And that's why you have half of Cowboy Nation clamoring Jerry Jones. Oh, please go get Tony Romo as the head coach. CBS is paying Tony Romo a lot of money to sit in that booth and call plays. He knows everything that's coming before it even happens. Now, that would be ideally if there's somehow Jerry Jones can just somehow finagle Tony Romo away from CBS and that comfortable position he has in that booth calling plays to come and coach one of the most weirdest and craziest franchises known in the NFL. America's team, more like America's nightmare, pun intended. Now,
Uh, whoa!
one of the things that I definitely want to talk about here in this live stream is definitely the creative.
Yards is just on the struggle bus today.
It is. It is. I have no idea what's going on with StreamYards. Okay. There you go. There you go. We have a full motion future now. So let me write this down. Let's see. Hold on.
Pay the bill. Kidding.
Okay. There we go. So one of the things I definitely wanted to talk about was the creative with AEW and WWE. I want to get the most recent one out the bag right now, and I want to talk about this whole creative with giving the Motor City Machine Guns the tag team titles the second week they appeared in WWE. Before I let you go, Future, I feel like that I'm not going to say that they dropped the ball. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they do with them first. But I will say that they dropped the ball on the aspect of having a story to be told as far as them coming in and having them earn it. I think they took it off the bloodline for several reasons, which is the same reason why I believe that they took the Intercontinental title off of Jey Uso. I believe that they wanted to go into this bloodline civil war match with no titles involved, nobody worried about titles or this and that and the other. But I think that also sets up other shit for later, which is another little small report that I got for you guys later on. But how do you feel about that decision, Future, of dropping Jey Uso dropping his Intercontinental title, and God dropping the WWE Tag Team Championships last Friday to a team that just got there. How do you feel?
I would have liked to seen a more proper entrance for the Machine Guns because they just kind of showed up on SmackDown last week, and people that know. But there's a lot of people that have no idea who these two dudes are. They're like, "Oh, this
Right.
is two new dudes just walked in," and they don't realize that they've been around for longer than anybody's
Decade.
been watching this show. And so I think they would have benefited from a little more proper entrance. But boy, this storyline it's increasingly complex, and so
Mhm.
by them taking the IC title off of Jay and then him coming back to get revenge on the Tongans, is it hey we're gonna give the Machine Guns the belts because they deserve it, or is it there just happen to be two guys standing in the ring and we're taking them off of the Tongans?
Yeah.
Do I see this reign lasting more than 3 weeks? Maybe, probably not. I mean, are they gonna have a run with these belts? No. But I think it's just because I think they're the beneficiaries of the turmoil going on with all the moving parts in the Bloodline storyline right now.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you on that. And I will add this. First, okay, I will add this. When it comes to those tag team titles, I do believe that it's not over. Till this day, and I'm very old school when it comes to wrestling. Till this day, I do believe that there is still a such thing as a one-time remote clause. At one time. Cooper! Cool. Since we can't swerve, since we can't swerve.
Hey, we might not be able to play the audio, but they can't claim the video, right?
True, very true, very true. I would like, I would like to get a yeet from Cooper. I would like to get a yeet. Let's get a yeet. Let's get a yeet. That's my boy. Good boy, Cooper. Good boy, Cooper. All right, but I'm old school when it comes to wrestling, so I do still believe and firmly believe in a one match, a one rematch clause, one rematch clause. I do believe in those when it comes to titles being changed. Everybody gets one rematch. If you don't win that rematch, you go to the back of the line.
So this week's SmackDown was taped after last
Yes,
week.
yes, because
So
they're gone. And if you've seen the spoilers, I'm not going to
I didn't
spoil it
see.
for
I didn't.
anybody.
I didn't watch this. I didn't read anything yet because me and Rob were planning on still doing the show on Friday. So
Okay, yeah, because I didn't spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it for. I've seen it, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. So yeah, they double tapes SmackDown for well, one was live and the other one was taped on Friday because they're heading to Saudi for Crown Jewel, which by the way, I will be live this upcoming Saturday. And I think what time does it start? I think it starts at 1 p.m.
it,
So
it-
it'll be like
yeah,
noon.
it'll be like 11 o'clock my time. So
Yeah, so it'll be noon my time. It'll be right at noon my time. So I will be live for that. But what I think is going to happen, just speculation. What I think may happen is that yeah, Motor City Machine Guns were the benefit of the turmoil. Yes. However, once this is over with, SummerSlam, I would say Saturday night main event, you'll probably get God versus Motor City Machine Guns for the tag titles, which I will be live for that as well. So I think that's where that's going to kind of squeeze in as far as them getting their rematch clause at Saturday night main event. Which by the way, because I want to go ahead and continue to this next little story because there was a report that just came out that Adam Pearce secretly signed two-time champion as Jey Uso's replacement on Monday Night Raw. Who I don't know who that could be. Does that saying that Jay is moving from Raw to SmackDown now? Is he going to be a fixture in SmackDown? Jey Uso?
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
that's crazy.
It'll be nice when we get past Saudi, because then everybody should go back to their respective shows. Because right now it's just a free for all. Everyone's on every show. And honestly,
Yeah,
the only people that should be on other shows maybe would be Cody and Gunther and Liv and
Naya.
Nia, just because they're the champs and they're fighting for those god awful looking belts. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
It just seems a little rushed. I wish they would have done a little more will he won't he for like maybe another week or two.
and I feel that way too. They should have stretched that out just a little bit more because you still got time till Survivor Series. Why do it
Yeah.
so early? Why bring the reunion so early? You have so much time up until then. Is it possibly because of the potential match that they could that may go down at Crown Jewel? Like I don't know because rumor out there is it's going to be uh OG Bloodline versus in a 6-man tag match. It ain't the full members on members. It's just a 6-man tag match.
A six
So
man at Saudi?
yeah, it's supposed to be like Roman, Jay, and Jimmy versus Solo. Uh, I think Solo and God, not Jacob, but
See, to
God.
me, that sounds terrible because if they're gonna do that, and then if they're planning on doing a War Games match at Survivor Series, it's gonna be like, we just saw this.
Yeah, we did, but we're each team is going to be missing 2 people, and there's another rumor out there that's saying that Sammy is actually going to be involved in this as well.
It
So
wouldn't
if
surprise
you
me
so if you
because
are
him and
trading,
Jay are still
yeah, they're still tight. They're still tight. But if you are replacing Jay Uso with a 2-time champion, you're going to have somebody to replace Sammy too, because that is a SmackDown feud. That's not a Raw. That's not a branded promo. I mean, I guess it could be. I mean, Survivor Series has always been, 5-on-5 or Raw versus SmackDown. I don't know if Triple H is just trying to go away from that idea and just create a bigger storyline for the case of. But is bringing like who you going to have to replace Sammy on Raw? If that is the case, could it be a case of? I mean, could it be a case of you're going to put somebody like what a Carmelo Hayes or Andrade over there on Raw for Sammy? Like I don't know. It's just the creative on that. I'm not going to say it's unpredictable. It's more or less like it's everywhere. Like it's everywhere. It's just all over the place
all right. Well, while your audio is recovering,
right
to
now.
expand on what you said,
You
it being
know.
all over the place.
So
I mean,
and they're
the
okay.
bloodline did kind of touch everybody. I mean, they've touched Sammy, KO, Randy, Cody. Still, I mean, they're those tentacles. They're everywhere. So I mean, they can bring. There's like I said, there's a lot of moving parts in this story.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot of moving parts, and the kind of and the bloodline has touched it. But Cody said he was done with the bloodline, which brings me to a next little small subject involving WWE creative. What does Cody Rhodes do next? You're involved with this. Well, what does he do at Crown Jewel? Does anybody? Oh, that's right. That's right. Him and Gunther, they're doing the Crown Jewel title. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. With that crown jewel, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a good match. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good match. If Nia Jax doesn't squash Liv Morgan, I don't know what we're doing here. When Cody is done with Gunther, what's going to be next? Does he be inserted back into this Randy Orton, Kevin Owens little thing? Because Orton got his match from Triple H on Friday. What is I'm very curious to wanting to know because Triple H knows these 2 guys very well. So what does he have planned for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton? is this a ruse to just bait Cody in for Orton to hit the RKO? I'm curious about this, and this is it's very unpredictable on how this is going, but I'm down for it. I'm down for it. How do you feel, future?
it's gonna. I'm kind of curious who they're planning to come heel out of this because the last few weeks, Kevin Owens, he's been acting heel, but not he's not a heel in the sense he's just being a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy. He had beef with Cody for a reason. He had beef with Randy for a reason. And so uh he's just kind of being, the realist right now. He's just being that real dude. And so does so he's not really acting heel. He's just kind of the heel out of the three. But I could honestly see Randy probably going heel, like legit heel out of this, and then Kevin Owens still kind of being like that tweener guy.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that too. That would be great to see. And the way that they got this storyline going with Cody and KO and Orton, it's so many avenues you can go. It's so many avenues on which way you go. For all we know, Cody might be getting ready to be the one to turn heel. For all we know. Right now, the obvious person in storyline, yes, it's KO because KO is the guy that turns on all of his friends.
They
Maybe
got a
it's
lot of
Orton. We
kids in
don't
that
know.
crowd though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's
And
why we've never seen a Bianca Belair heel turn. So
as of yet, I do think that's coming. I do think that's coming. I'm gonna tell you why here as well. Or could we possibly see Orton be the heel guy that we know that Orton is? He is a viper, a slithery snake. Orton is known to just out of nowhere hit you with an RKO.
well, I
Or
think that's kind of the Randy that everybody wants back. It's like we're done with RK Bro Randy. We're done with like Buddy Randy. Everybody kind of wants to see uh the Legend Killer back, you know?
and I would love to see the Legend Killer, the Viper, when he was just at his vicious, the punt, the most vicious. That would be fantastic to see that. Or could we possibly get a dark-haired Cody Rhodes? Despite the kids being out there, Cody has had enough. Even Hogan said it was enough at one point in time. Could we?
Well,
A lot of the former athletes, the
I
former
I still
superstars,
think it's too soon for a Cody turn at the moment.
I do think it is, but you got people like Undertaker and Godfather, and then you got people like who was that I seen? I think Jim Cornette and even Eric Bischoff. They was on their podcasts talking about Cody and talking about the day that he turns heel, Cody will finally be where he needs to be. And I don't know. I just don't know. I think a heel Cody intrigues me. You can open up more matches with that, but I do agree with your future. I think it is too soon. I think it is too soon. It's still a little bit more you can actually do with Cody Rhodes as a babyface
Because
to
I
get
mean,
him
this
more over that
WrestleMania
hump.
will only be 3 years, and while he was never heel in AEW, it's like AEW was kind of over Cody,
They were, and
and
they
so
forcefully trying
and
to turn
so
him heel there.
this crowd is still very pro Cody, and until the crowd starts making that turn, then he'll make that turn. I don't think he's
So
gonna turn heel without the crowd being like against him first.
yeah, yeah, perhaps maybe they try to shove him down. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're doing a pretty good at shoving Cody down our throats. I'll say that much. I'll say that much. But I
It's not like
think
Roman back in the day, though.
it's not like it was just that was just grotesque the way that Vince did it, you know. And it's not like Vince, he literally forced us down to like him. And Cody is a likable person just on organic generality alone. Cody's comes
Bro,
out there.
like the last couple days, there's been a lot of videos that I've been seeing on YouTube about Cody leaving WWE, starting AEW, and then going back. It's pretty intense stuff. Like he's a pretty serious dude off the camera. Like when he's
Yeah,
doing
he's about his
interviews and
business.
stuff.
He's business. Yes, Cody is business. He is business savvy.
He's when he's Cody, he's one thing, but when he's like uh doing business deals and the way that everything kind of transpired with him leaving and coming back and him getting this title run, uh
Yeah.
that's an intense Cody. If we could see that kind of Cody on the screen, holy cow.
Oh yeah, that'll be absolutely great. Like I would like to see the Cody when he first arrived in New Japan come out because it was just a more serious. But he's a business savvy dude. Even Brandy's a very business savvy woman, and Cody doesn't just solely on his own and make decisions on Cody. He's so business that he incorporates his wife into everything that he does. Midmo, bro, hey, it's all good. It's all good. If you just want to chime in from the chat, if you just want to chime in from the chat, you can, bro. But it's cool. Did you try resetting your modem and everything? A hard reset is a minute. No diddy. So try that. Unplug it for a solid minute and then plug it back in. You might just have some connections
Slide it
jammed
out,
up or
slide it
something.
back in.
Hopefully that'll smooth it out. No diddy, no diddy. but Cody and Brandy, they're very business people, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he left WWE for the first time because they wasn't using him right. The creative was crappy. Vince is a senile old fuck. You know the whole story. He hooked up with the Young Bucks, and they made something great with the Bullet Club. Kept that going. Then ventured off and did AEW. Cody hopped off the train when Tony Khan started taking more over as far as creative and operations of the actual show. And Cody wasn't going to have. I don't think Cody was going to put up with the clown bullshit, and he was going to sit there and just stay in AEW. I think when his contract was up and he didn't resign, he had some great matches towards the end of his contract. That ladder match,
He had that ladder match with Sammy Guevara.
yes, and that was absolutely amazing. The match that he had with MJF was absolutely amazing. Back when AEW was steaming hot, steaming hot, and Cody left. I knew because I went to that WrestleMania. I went to WrestleMania 25. I went to that one, the one where he came back. But I paid for night 2 when I should have paid for night 1 because that year night 1 was better than night 2. I do not want to get in how upset I am still am when I was in my hotel because I live streamed it. When I had my laptop, I live streamed it in my hotel room. And the rumors were out there at the time, and then when you heard that, dum, dum, wrestling has more than one world family, and I lost my shit in that hotel room, and had people was just outside of the hotel room like, what the hell is going on? Okay, that from that moment, I knew that Cody coming back, that eventually that he was going to win that WWE Championship. He tore his shit. And of course, we all know the rehab and the story, and he win and at WrestleMania. We know all that. A heel Cody in this case, because when I think of heel Cody, I hate to say this, and I guess it could work as a baby face too. I don't know how you feel about a future, but I think of John Cena in his retirement run, as far as maybe not a championship match, but maybe a one-on-one match, because who knows what John Cena is going to do. If he gets a title shot early, I mean, what are your thoughts about that? What if, let's say John Cena's fourth match, and he's on SmackDown because John Cena's going to bounce from Raw and SmackDown. He gets a title shot, once in a lifetime opportunity, so to speak. It ain't really a dream match because we've seen John Cena just demolish Cody Rhodes back when he was in his dashing days and stuff like that. But this version of Cody versus John Cena, what are your thoughts on that? Now we're talking creative now.
Um,
We're talking creatively now.
I wouldn't. I could see something like that maybe on a night one. Like I don't see that kind of bringing the show down or anything. Um, I think. Are we going to give John Cena a chance at a championship, or do we want to see John Cena have his legacy matches on his farewell tour?
I cannot shake the fact, and I know JD chimed in on this. I know Jesse has chimed on this too, as well as Solid Monster and Tiki Drew. But I cannot shake the fact that you cannot have this final run and not have a shot at number 17. I just can't get over that. Against who? I don't know. Will it be Gunther? I don't know. Could it be Cody? I don't know. But I can't shake the fact that you cannot go on this run and have an opportunity at 17. I cannot shake the fact that you're going to go on this run and not have a match with Orton or a match with AJ Styles on his retirement run as well. I can't shake that.
I mean, I could see
Creatively,
him pulling something off on like SummerSlam, but I don't know if I'd want to see it at WrestleMania.
ooh wait. I mean,
Because I
can
mean,
you
they're
beat?
running. Are they running that two night SummerSlam this year? They're going to need some matches.
They are. They are going to do it this year. Survivor Series next year. No, is Survivor Series next year 2 nights? Yeah, Survivor Series next year is 2 nights. They didn't.
And they're
They
looking
didn't.
at
They
a two
didn't
night
mention
Royal
nothing.
Rumble next year too.
They are, but they didn't say anything confirmed about them being a 2 night Royal Rumble or SummerSlam or possible Money in the Bank. But I know New Jersey is going to be the first one for next year's. Uh, is that Survivor Series next year in Jersey?
Not sure. I can look
I
it up
cannot.
here.
I cannot remember, but while you check that out, I cannot remember if that's what it is. But if it is a 2 night for SummerSlam, I can see that. Give John Cena a very good WrestleMania moment match on night one or night two, wherever you want to put him at. And I mean, that'll be. I mean, why not go? Wow, shit. I mean, because I'm assuming John Cena. Patrick Palmer says it is 2 nights, so SummerSlam will be 2 nights. Survivor Series. So Survivor Series will be 2 nights in Jersey because that's the one where Cardi B was talking. Cardi B and Bianca Belair. But if SummerSlam is 2 nights, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I know a lot of
Listen
us
to me.
here in the Bay. I know a lot of us here in the Bay Bay Resort were thinking about somehow, some way, some form of fashion, by hook or crook, trying to go to WrestleMania in Vegas this year. I know Julio was talking about it. I was talking about it, but those tickets
Hell to the nah, bro. I'm not spending a
are
mortgage payment on tickets, bro.
absolutely ridiculous. Are you
Don't worry,
kidding
fam.
me?
I took care of
Come
us.
on back.
I
There we
bought us
go.
all second row seats, man. I only spent 100 grand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going. We're definitely going on Future's dime. He's the Jerry
We're gonna be
Jones
rubbing
of the IW.
we're gonna be rubbing elbows with green shirt guy in the front row.
Yeah, see, that'll work. That'll definitely work. But but the creative, I feel like Raw's is with these 2 hour shows, they're fantastic. They are fantastic. SmackDown is trying to find its rhythm again. Now that Roman is back, you're starting to build up this storyline for Survivor Series, which right now it is kind of right on time. It is kind of right on time. And the way that I feel when it comes to creative and what WWE is doing, particularly on SmackDown, it's starting to become a little bit more unpredictable. And I like it like that because now you have these stories that can go into different areas. Like I mentioned with the Cody Orton and KO, and now you got this bloodline. Right now, that's probably the only two things. And listen,
Kinda losing you there again, Mr. Otis.
yeah, and listen, before you
Oh,
guys yell at me,
sorry about
before
that,
you
fellas.
guys scream at me and give me the finger, Future, you okay? Future, are you okay, bro? Future, are you okay?
I'm fine. I can't hear any you're either robot or you're just completely cut out.
Okay, hold on. Okay, all right, there we go. There we go. It's probably because my mic was low. Wait, I got but at the end of the day, I don't care what you got. You guys can laugh at me. You guys can throw tomatoes at me. I don't care. Lash Legend is pretty good, and I hate to say this, she might be better than Jade Cargill right now, and that's only
Uh,
due to the fact that Lash Legend has been in NXT working on her craft. She wasn't just pushed to the main roster. Now,
I think
also,
Jade's
go
biggest struggle right now isn't necessarily her grappling. I still think it's her capacity to take a bump. She
whatever.
doesn't
Fine.
sell particularly well still.
Yeah, and I feel that. That's okay, Scripps. Yeah, y'all can throw all the tomatoes you want to, but listen,
He's throwing
Trash
tomatoes at your
Legend.
internet provider.
Yes, you can throw them at that. You can throw them at that. But Trash Legend is actually decent. Yo, the GOC of the IWC, what's going on? My big brother, what is going on? But she is coming up. It would not surprise me if Metaphor becomes the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions because I see the effort. I definitely see the effort. Listen, I don't know if this is a full official call up for Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. I don't know if this is a full call up, but I do see I could possibly see it, but they do need to stay in NXT for a little bit longer. They definitely do. They definitely could be an addition to the women's tag team division. But like JD, I feel that they should just abolish those tag team titles, throw them away permanently, and create a United States Women's Championship and a Intercontinental Women's title. Give these
Yeah,
women
I'd be in favor of some middleweight women's titles for sure. Absolutely.
absolutely. And if you want to keep the tag team division, and I think I guess they're trying to incorporate NXT's women's division in all this as well. So make it interesting. Supposedly, this is another rumor that I heard about a couple of weeks ago. There's two female there's like two like Samoan females. I forgot what they're called. And they're supposed to be coming into the WWE really soon. Because there's pictures of them actually training at the performance center. So I have no idea about that, but we're gonna wait and see. Yo, Johnny Wrestling, what's going on,
Um,
man? I appreciate you being here, man. Everybody, make sure we get them likes up, y'all. Let's get them likes up.
it seems like NXT is doing a really good job of developing tag teams because there's an actual tag team division in NXT. And when they
Yep.
get to main, it seems like boy, there's like three tag teams, but everything else is just like, okay, you're a team.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's pretty like. They are. I like the team of Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander. Like that is a nice little tag team right there down there at NXT. They're going for the titles on Tuesday against Fraxium. Um, but NXT is, a lot of people don't watch NXT. I understand and I get it. I watch it, from time to time, and ever since this new revamp thing, just to see what's going on. You know, um, they got a nice story going on with Cora Jade and Pop Roxy and Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie with the addition of Delta, giving everybody a warning. If you guys watch Halloween Havoc, very good show. Um, and then of course Delta also made her presence known for the women's North American title too when she took out Fatal Attraction by herself. So NXT, as far as the women's division is, the creator for women's division is definitely picking up steam. Uh, the story with uh, the NXT Championship, I'm gonna wait to see. I know Trick Williams he retained, so back to the line you go. All ego as far as the NXT Championship, but they are setting up something with Trick and Bully Ray, possible tag team match against Ridge Holland, who was successful in beating Andre Chase in an ambulance match, and what you call it, and All Ego for a tag match at NXT 2300, which is going to be a Wednesday show. That's going to be a Wednesday show. I got to see if I can get that day off. If I can get that day off, I will be live for that. And of course, Rob will be doing AEW because Rob loves AEW. So we're going to move away from the WWE creative side and we're going to talk about the AEW creative. This is all over the place. AEW
I'm just
is
going to
all
toss it
over
out
the
there.
place.
I have not watched weekly
Go ahead.
AEW in probably 2 months.
Damn. I mean, I try to catch it, when I can because when AEW comes on, I'm usually at work. But I have no idea. Look, most of you guys already know, and I've talked about this a lot on Rob's channel when I pop in on his channel about how I feel about AEW. You screwed up at the beginning of the year because number one, you bring in all these ex WWE stars, and they ain't gonna do nothing but push other people out of the door. Case in point, Ricky Starks. Case in point, soon to be Wardlow, and whoever else,
Here you go. Here you
Jade
go,
Cargill. She
Mercedes.
left.
Here's 2 belts,
But
Mercedes.
I'm not saying that's a yeah, Mercedes, Monet. So I said at the beginning of the year, you're bringing in people like Kazuchika Okada, Mercedes Monet, Will Ospreay. Every single last one of those guys, well, now with the exception of Will Ospreay, has a title. Okay. The thing about all of that is that the people who were supposed to be in line or potential contention for those titles, they were pushed back because of these new people coming right in. Okay. That was going to be disgruntled. You're going to have some backstage heat and stuff from that, the disarray going on backstage because of all these new people in. The confusion that AEW has put me through with the whole MJF story. MJF left World's End as a babyface. He came back hot.
Yeah, and with the brochachos just
It's yeah. I mean, look. I was on a roll. I was on a roll. Okay. I hate when it does that, and it might not be my internet service provider. It might be because I need a better PC because I am doing so much on this uh, early
I
2000
have
two
not
thousand
upgraded
five
my
PC,
computer
but
since
it is what it is.
2015.
Damn. Well, see, I need a
I mean,
computer like yours then because obviously it's
I
pushing
bought
out
a
more
new I
RAM.
bought a new video card. I bought a new video card so that I could play GTA 5 when it came out on PC, and that was 2015. And I haven't touched this thing in almost 10 years.
And you know what? And you know what? That's probably well. Send it to me, future. I can use it because that's probably what I need is a higher graphics card and a higher RAM to get this motherfucker moving smoothly. Um, but yeah. So anyway, so World's End MJF he left as a baby face. He came back as a tough baby
I'll be
face
right
with the
back.
jacket and everything. You're good. You're good. And then out of nowhere, you turn him heel for what? Just so he could feud with Will Ospreay overseas? It came without any reason in my eyes. And it's like, why, like you just flipped him like that. And then all of a sudden, then Adam Cole, he comes back, and all of a sudden he's a baby face. Like I have no idea what is going on. Like this, it is so absolutely so crazy. What's going on, Kratos? Good to see you, bro. My gaming laptop, I bought it for $1,000 in 2019. I didn't start using it until 2022. Man, you guys got look. I got a Rudy Poo HP HP 110 desktop PC series. I am the definition of BROKE. But it's all good. It's all good though. So that didn't make no sense at all when it came to MJF and Adam Cole. Um, and now it's you. I just don't understand. It's like Tony Khan is Mr. Pay-per-view. And I get it. I definitely get it 1,000%. Yes, exactly, Kratos. It is an old ass PC. HP 110 desktop PC series. Yes.
I don't even
This
think Hewlett Packard even makes computers anymore.
I don't think they do either. But then, and I get it, Tony Khan is out there, everybody is claiming Tony Khan as Mr. Pay-per-view. Is that it? So he's Mr. Pay-per-view, but he's no show TV guy. Like Rampage is low in attendance. Rampage is low in Dynamite.
I'm completely confused at the absolute disconnect between.
I just don't. I personally, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Future, the lowest in view in Dynamite ratings, no attendance. Somebody posted a video on Twitter of Ricochet at a Dynamite show in Ricochet, and it was half, not even half full. The attendance, it is so bad. It is so terrible. But pay-per-views,
they don't even put people on the camera side. They put everybody on the hard cam side. And then if you watch, like it's almost difficult to watch the way that they cut the cameras, because they're always like, "Oh, there's no one sitting there. Cut to another camera." Like their cuts are real. The angles are very
they're
careful
short.
Also, unless you're going to put the camera right on a guy while he's blading.
Yeah, see, and oh my goodness, they got to work on their camera angles too, because you're showing people. Did we see Adam Hangman Page in the crowd before he was actually supposed to come from the crowd, laying down or pretty much down on the knee? And you're showing people like Jericho blading on camera on TV, like what's going on?
I mean, they showed Mox blading a couple. Was it like last year?
Yep. And it's like you see, you could, and if they don't tarp it off, it's just empty seats. It's absolutely sad. Like, and I believe somebody put in the caption, Ricochet went from, sellout crowds to this. And it didn't make sense to me either. Like, people know who Ricochet is, but damn, that's going to show that you're not budging the needle either.
Well, it's like Will Ospreay's coming over here to wrestle in gymnasiums. I mean, some of those if you watch some of those old New Japan videos, I mean, they're wrestling in rec centers, but
yeah, they are. That's crazy. That is crazy. So they could produce, and nobody watches Rampage or Collision.
Collision is
lost Collision when you lost CM Punk.
Yeah, because that show was designed for him.
The good. Yeah, the good thing is these legs are getting shorter, so maybe it's getting stronger. But that was CM Punk show. Collision was CM Punk, was made for CM Punk and FTR. That was their show. Rampage, Who cares? Who cares? Who thought Rampage was going to be any kind of competition to SmackDown?
Well, and
So
the the
who
the
cares
thing
about
that's
that?
the most frustrating thing about Rampage is, whatever movie is on, uh, before it, uh, the show starts during the credits of whatever is on before it. There's
Yeah,
no, like, Rampage, like, intro. Um, the guys are already in the ring. They just ding, 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 and they start wrestling. So you're like, okay, what the hell am I watching?
oh
And
my goodness,
then he puts 5 matches and promos with commercial breaks in that 60 minutes of time. It's like, that's ridiculous.
that is absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And don't get me started about Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is a landfill of wasted wrestlers right now, and I feel bad for those guys out there, especially my girl Athena. She's out there putting in work, busting her ass, and nobody is watching.
And then they put, uh it's good to see the Briscoe getting some TV time, but man, they're gonna put the Ring of Honor Championship as the uh, I mean, it wasn't the final match, but they're gonna put that on Dynamite. What the
Yeah,
crap?
like
It's not even your own
like
promotion's belt. It's something else. Get
like
it off my
what's
TV.
going on with the and build it as one more match for Shibata because his last match with Okada ended with him on the shelf for 5 years with the brain bleed injury. Yeah, that'll be great. That definitely would be great. And then we sit here and we talk about Jericho, the Ring of Honor Jericho. Why does Jericho always have to have a goddamn title? Like what the
I
fuck?
mean, there's times when Jericho works, and there's times like right now with this learning tree crap, and it's not working.
It is
Nobody
dead to
cares,
the earth.
and then they're gonna put a belt on it, which means everyone's just gonna resent it. And when he comes on TV, I don't give a crap. I'm changing channels.
And it is absolutely dead to the earth. Like who cares about Jericho right now? Jericho should be helping create TV. That's what Jericho should be doing and not including himself. Like good God. I am so sick of Jericho. I love Jericho. I do, but he has no room for TV anymore. It's done. He should retire. It is time. It is definitely time for Jericho to retire. Uh, we were sitting here,
I mean, I've been
and we was
watching Jericho for 25 years, 20,
yes.
27 years
And
since
look, I
WCW.
went back. I went back and watched. I believe it was the WWE Payback when Jericho returned with the short hair and the light jacket and everything, and he got an amazing pop. Is that what Jericho is trying to do now? Is he going for the big pops now? It's not working,
I
Chris.
mean, there's
It's time.
once or twice a month, I'll fire up him coming Y2J and coming out on the Rock, man. That was like the best entrance of maybe of all time.
TK is trying to get a TV deal for Ring of Honor. Is playing on Jericho's. That's not going to help. Jericho is not a big enough name value to get a TV deal with Ring of Honor. It's not. Athena should be more than enough to get that. But who's watching Ring of Honor? He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna. He might get a small streaming deal, but he's not going to get a TV deal. Nobody watches Ring of Honor. It is dead to the world. Nobody's watching the Ring of Honor.
Boy,
And
and it seems like right now, AEW even getting the TV deal that they did with Warner Brothers, it's like it's like they signed the deal after the Titanic hit the iceberg. It's like Warner Brothers is like, and then they're
it
like,
is.
"Oh, here you go, Tony. Here's some money." You know,
It is.
I don't think they're gonna get the full length of this contract out of Warner Brothers.
I don't think so either. I think that option year. I think that option year, Warner Brothers is not going to pick that up. They are not going to pick that up because you can have the best pay per views of all time. You can have all the great pay per views you want, Full Gear, is probably going to be an absolute banger of a pay-per-view. World's End this year is probably going to be an absolute pay-per-view. What about the storytelling and the TV that's going to lead up to these pay-per-views? I mean, your contract is for all this money, and the pay-per-view revenue is not even included in it.
Yeah.
So you think Warner Brothers is going to just sit there and let you produce terrible TV with terrible storylines, Tony Khan? But wait a minute. You want to take it out on people who want to see your product get better. You want to take it out on people like JD and Jesse and have people like Dax Harwood come out and say this and that about the product and stuff when we're only telling you how to make it better. But you want to get on us and then you want to yell at us about that? What type of bullshit is that? I want to like AEW. I went to Dynamite when they was here last year in December. Me and the blower for the Mo.
I've been to a couple Dynamite shows here. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're the bad guy because we won't let y'all. We won't throw out our suggestions. We're trying to throw out our suggestions to help make you guys, but you think it's just we're bashing you guys. No.
We're like, hey man, as a guy that watches this show, I can tell you that the show's not entertaining. Well, you don't know what you're talking about.
And that's exactly what it is. Like, okay,
man, I'll just go
like,
watch
okay.
something else. That's fine.
Well, hey, check this out. Dax, Softwood, and Tony McCon. That's basically what you are, Tony McCon. How about this? Let me flip the channel and see what Triple H is doing on Monday nights. Let me flip the channel and see what Triple H is beginning to do on Friday nights. God damn it. Let me go see what Shawn Michaels is doing on Tuesdays.
I will say this though, as much as AEW viewership has declined, they've been holding that 650 to 675 like steady, bro. Like the AEW sickos, like they're loyal to their brand.
They are.
So
they are.
They're not falling any deeper, but they're not growing at all. They've hit their stride, and if they're content with 675 and getting a 0.15 in the demo and having 1,500 people in the arena, if they think that's sustainable, hey man, I don't cash a paycheck, so what do I care? I'm just a guy who watches the show on television, you know.
Exactly. They have plateaued. Meanwhile, WWE is just they I don't even know what Raw's ratings were last week or what SmackDown ratings were. I don't even know what they were. But I know NXT is been cruising at a nice 800,000 viewership since they remerged as the new one. Now I understand that's only been a few weeks where they just been kind of even around the 750, 800,000. But that's more consistent than what AEW is doing. They're not telling them this elite storyline. What the fuck is going on with this? Have you guys realized that the Undisputed Kingdom is now babyface? What the fuck happened? It just does not make sense. It does not make any sense. How is that possible? Where did the 180 happen? I'm so confused on AEW's creative team and their booking. They're frustrating me. They're giving me headaches. I don't give a shit. And then at the same time, they are featuring the same goddamn people. The same people. Yeah, they're babyface because Adam Cole is a babyface against a heel MJF that came out of nowhere. Yes, Undisputed Kingdom is a babyface team now, out of nowhere. Because Adam Cole is a babyface. Can anybody explain that, please? And then you feature the same. AEW has like 400 fucking wrestlers spread out across Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and Ring of Honor. How in the fuck you gonna get all these people on TV? And then at the same time, you don't give reasons for these heel turns and these baby faces. And then you feature the same goddamn core people every single fucking week. Where's
Yeah,
the
I
continuity?
mean, when you've got your single token women's match on each show, and it's basically the same four women interchangeable for 3 months, it's like, do you even have a division, or is it just these four gals?
Hey, hey, Jamie Hayter had to forfeit her title. Why is she not given a shot?
Yeah, I mean that's it. It's kind of weird how parallel the stories are right now, with Jamie forfeiting her title and coming back, and Rhea not losing her title and wanting it back also. So it's like, which promotion is doing it better right now? Um, WWE is giving us more of a reason to watch and care than AEW is right
Facts. Facts. Johnny says, I went to Dynamite last week. They would not let me in the building unless the sign said the same thing in the back. And I saw them not let somebody in with the wow. So JD is actually being banned from Dynamite now? For people going to Dynamite? Oh man. You know JD is public enemy number one in the wrestling business.
Dude, I made the mistake of opening Twitter the other day, and the app it was fire, just flames, because
It
everybody
was
was fighting with everybody, and
yeah.
it because JD had posted some DMs that he had gotten from who was it? Uh, I don't know. He was getting threatened. He was going to come and beat him up and stuff, and so he
Dude,
put it out there.
JD gets so much flack for just his opinions. It's
He's
funny. It's so funny because last night on my stream last night, if you guys were here last night, I
Yeah,
had some
that's
of the
right.
same similar, I had some of the same similar shit. Somebody actually was like, dude, all you do is talk wrestling. Like you should do something better with your life or something like. Dude, we're watching fucking football. The fuck?
You're
Like,
like,
so
no,
how much you know? Got his ass up out of there. Patrick, better yet. Yeah, why did Willow get a champion? And I love Willow. Willow is my pillow. I love Willow.
everybody
But
loves
she
Willow.
lost. But she
She's
lost.
she's effervescent.
Yes, but she lost to Cake Lander. Cake Lander should have had that title shot. But I see what they're doing. They're trying to prolong it to get to Full Gear to where Mercedes Moné and Cake Lander go at it for the TBS championship. That's what they're doing. I ain't been watching Dynamite for weeks, and I can tell you that's what they're doing. I know that's what they're doing. Absolutely. Yeah, and then Joey Nutella with his dumbass. What an idiot! What an idiot is Joey Janela. Joey Smanella. Smanella. I can't. I can't. And what? And yeah, and Cakeland has been off TV for a couple of weeks, so I have no idea what's going on with that storyline. Like their AEW is so convoluted with problems. I have no idea where to fucking begin it when it comes to Tony Khan and his shenanigans. I just don't know where to start. I want to see new people on Dynamite. I want to see the roster interchange in and out with the women and the men. And for God's sakes, and this goes for both WWE and AEW. If y'all don't stop being goddamn petty, with WWE, you're being so petty with the shots that you're taking at AEW. At AEW, you're being petty with the shots you're taking at WWE. You're keeping talent up under lock and key from going to WWE. I don't see Triple H doing that. If you're not using them, let them go. What are you holding
Well,
them captive
I
for?
know that me and Rob, we've talked about this a couple times, and when um when somebody wants out and they just kind of go, "Hey man, can I just TK's usually been pretty good about granting people their releases. When these dudes are still kind of under contract, and then you got Conan, and he's like, "Oh, I just brokered a deal between these guys, and they're on their way out," and they're like, "We're out, we're out." TK is like, he doesn't like that contract tampering. He doesn't, and so he's like, "You know what? I'm going to throw the book at you, and you're going to get cold. You're not. No one's going to remember who you are anymore." Is it petty? It's
I
petty
doubt.
as f, But I
It's,
mean, he has a very
it's,
staunch record of being petty when it comes to that contract tampering.
Future, that is a Vince McMahon move, and you know that.
I know.
You know that.
I know, and that's
Triple
why
H
it's super
Triple
petty.
H would not do that to nobody. That's why Triple H let Ricochet go, because Ricochet said he was ready to roll, and he left. Okay,
Yeah, he
and
didn't have to wait the 90 days, man.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, that rule has been abolished now. So now you can go and come as you please. But Tony Khan has found a way to make that 90 days supposedly clause stick, and that's just keep him up on the contract. Don't let him go anywhere. And I do feel bad for Ricochet, because I said this before about Ricochet. He's going to go to AEW, and his ceiling, his ceiling is going to be the TNT Championship. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't worry. It's just smoothing out. But Ricochet's ceiling,
turbulence.
a little turbulence, just a little bit. Ricochet's ceiling is the TNT Championship. That's it. Maybe a tag title too, but that's it. He's not going to win a world champion. He's not. We've already got one.
I can see him. I could see Ricochet pulling one or two of these different Ring of Honor championships.
I don't want that. I don't want Ricochet to be delegated to get demoted to Ring of Honor. In my eyes, Ring of Honor is as equivalent to the Speed Championship. I said it. Yep, I said it. The Ring of Honor is equivalent to the Speed Championship. I don't want that for Ricochet. He's already been there and done that. Ricochet is better. Look, he's gonna have some of these fantasy worldwide renowned matches. We've already stretched out this Ricochet versus Will Ospreay for 2 matches, or 3 matches, I should say. Okay, what's next for Ricochet? People want Ricochet versus Swerve, Prince Puma versus Killshot. People want to see that in AEW. What about Ricochet versus a MJF? Ricochet versus, how about let's do Ricochet versus Adam Cole again from NXT TakeOver? That's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But guess what? We've seen that already. We just haven't seen it in AEW. So after all of that, then what? He'll be right back to where he was. He'll be right back at square one, kind of like the same situation it is when he was in WWE. He's going to be right back to square one. So what's next for Ricochet? I don't know. But for this last topic, I think Ricochet might know where his woman might be doing. So, of course, we know this has been a pretty big topic for about the past couple of weeks. Samantha Irvin, she leaves WWE. There's been a lot of different stories going on out there. One was that her contract was up. Another one was that she asked for her release. Nobody really knows the story but Samantha Irvin. So everybody needs to just respect her privacy. Let her do her thing. Let Samantha Irvin do her thing. I think she has earned that right to do so. Whether she wants to go to AEW, whether she is done with wrestling in general, whether she wants to go sing, because she has a very beautiful voice. Whether she wants to do acting, pursue Hollywood, let Samantha Irvin go do what she do. But I'm gonna say this about Samantha Irvin: absolutely one of the best voices in WWE that I've ever heard. She has given these wrestlers a personality when they come to the ring. And
Chelsea Green.
Absolutely. And I won't forget. I will not forget when Cody Rhodes won the WWE Championship, and her voice was cracking. I mean, Johnny. I mean that is like, yeah. I thought Samantha Irvin was great. I thought she was great. I personally would choose Samantha Irvin over Lillian Garcia, and I love Lillian. I love Lillian for the time that she was there. Now there are rumors that WWE is out searching for another ring announcer. We'll have to wait and see what comes about that. But
I
Lillian
think they're
Garcia,
just like, "Hey, Lillian, what are you doing for the next 6 months?"
something like that, you know. But she was a fantastic announcer. She may not
You know,
be everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that,
get
but she was great
get
at what she did.
Lillian through WrestleMania, you know?
And that'll be fine. That might be Lillian's last WrestleMania too, which is what rumors are trying to talk about now. And then, and everybody, I think the Fink was great. Howard Finkel was absolutely the announcer. He was the announcer. That's Howard. That was
The
Fink.
Royal Rumble match!
But I definitely would put Samantha Irvin as my number two as far as ring announcers. I love Samantha Irvin. If somehow she hears this, go pursue your dream. Do what you want to do. If you just so happens to show up in AEW, I know you said, I know Samantha, I know you said you wanted to manage as well for you to be the valet of Ricochet, maybe as Prince Puma. I think that would be fantastic in AEW if you were to do that. You'll give Ricochet another look. You'll give him maybe a better beat to what he's doing. And I think it definitely could work out. Scripps chimed in. He said, here's a question. Why can't Will Ospreay, Mercedes Moné, Okada move the needles? The answer, TK's bad booking. And that's what it is. I'm gonna ask you, Future, and I want to chat. I want everybody in the chat to chime in on this as well. Do you think Tony Khan dropped the ball on a potential dream feud between Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita? Future, what are your thoughts?
Um, I mean, it's still kinda early. I mean, Takeshka's he's getting that in his character that we knew that we've been wanting. Granted, he's a heel now, but um, we've been wanting Takeshka to kind of break out for a while now. Uh, boy, by kind of having them both in the same stable, though, boy, a feud would have been a lot. I mean, that could have gone a long way, but having them both heel now, and boy, they kind of missed out on like that Ricky Steamboat type, you know.
Yeah, that
Not
moment.
I'm saying we need to have an Asian gonna be the good guy, but to just have them both being heel right now, and it seems like a lot of the guys coming in um, from these uh, Pacific countries are coming in as heels, and nobody's being like that a good face right now.
Yeah, like I agree with that. I definitely agree. But man, I just feel like they dropped the ball. They dropped the look. They're not doing nothing with this elite story. So why don't Tony Khan just do like you do everything else and just drop it? Make Okada face. Okada's already a champion. Takeshita is a champion. I'm not saying you should do title for title, but oh my God, the feud that could have been. And Patrick Palmer, he said he don't even have to think about it. He don't even have to think about it. And the answer is absolutely yes. Well, I mean, well, you know what I mean, Scripps. You know what I mean. But yeah, he tried to hold on to the ball. He just kept fumbling the ball when it comes to these stories in AEW. And that's all Tony Khan is doing. He's just a ball fumbler. no deal, no diddy. So, but I think when it comes to Samantha Irvin, absolutely, she is one of the greatest voices of WWE. She wanted to
Did
manage
you
and she
happen to
wanted to do
catch
commentating. So,
I'm sorry. Did you catch, Solomonster's, little short that he had this morning about it?
uh,
According to him, what he said is Samantha hated doing ring announcing.
well,
I'm like,
she
ho
she
how
didn't
can you
she
be
didn't
s
she didn't want to. She really
I
wanted
mean,
to manage.
correct, like, it isn't the job that she applied for, but it's the job she was given,
Sure, you're
and
right. Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
like, boy, imagine being so good at something that you really didn't even wanna do. It's like, that's amazing.
Exactly. And and I feel her on that one. I feel her on that one. Like WWE didn't give her, didn't put enough belief in her to do commentating or to do backstage interviews or to manage or anything like that. They just saw her as, this is what it is now. But she was great in it. She killed it though. She was great in
Oh,
it. And and she gained a lot of following based on that alone. And I just hope that she just goes on and just do amazing things because I'm a fan now. I'm following her on Twitter. She's on my TikToks and everything. I definitely want to see what her next move is. And no, I'm not a
and then
stalker.
and then and then everybody's, like, stalking Ricochet and being like, "Oh, you took her away, you did all this, you did all that," and she's just like, "No, no, no, keep my husband's name out of your mouth," and then, I just said I didn't wanna do it anymore. Like,
Yeah, and that's true.
people can change jobs, you know?
They
It's
can.
not
They
like
can.
it's not like they're going broke there in the
No,
household.
it's
You
it's
wanna
called
spend
it's
time with your kid? Then, go spend time with the kid, it's fine.
now, yeah, y'all better leave Samantha Irvin alone. She's already teased going heel on Twitter on most of y'all motherfuckers. So y'all need to leave her alone before she go heel on y'all. So
I
calm down.
just,
Leave her alone.
I follow her, but,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Almost got to treat her like Mrs. Ludwig Kaiser. Hands off. Hands off.
unless you're gonna give a thumbs up and, "Hey, best of luck," just shut your mouth. Nobody wants to hear it.
And come to find out, I actually do got one more thing to talk about. Let's talk about this match card, this projected match card for Crown Jewel. I do have it pulled up here. We already know about two of the matches. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the Crown Jewel Championship for the men's, and Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the women's Crown Jewel Championship. Also, this past Monday we saw the match being made for Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. This
Mhm.
past Friday, we saw Kevin Owens and Randy Orton match being made, and another projected match is a six man. It's supposed to be a 6-man tag match between Roman and the Usos versus Solo and God. Don't know if that match is going to be made, but I do think.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I do think that the United States Championship match, triple threat match, LA Knight versus Carmella Hayes and Andrade, I think that will be your 5, possibly 6 crown jewel matches for this
Well,
Saturday. What are your thoughts about those matches?
you're leaving out the fatal four-way, tag team match for the women's belts. So that's
Oh, is
gonna
that
put 8 women in the ring.
as well?
They're gonna put Yeah, so you've got, Bianca and
Oh, yeah,
Jade
that's right. That's
and
right.
Chelsea Green, Piper,
That's right.
Lash Legend and Jakara, and Damage Control. So you're gonna have 8 women in pajamas out there. And so, I mean,
Okay.
if they're gonna
Okay. So
add
we
that if
so
they're gonna
possible
add
7
that,
matches
bro, that seems like it's gonna be too stacked of a card for, the current
for
AEW or
crown
AEW,
jewel.
WWE, PLE model. I mean, they're running those 5 lean matches,
Yeah.
And right now we're looking at
Yeah.
set matches, 6.
Six, yeah,
And
six
then
set matches with a possible.
they're gonna roll in this this bloodline nonsense. Man, I don't see it, but at the same time, this is
Yeah,
kind of a bloodthirsty crowd. I'm surprised I don't see Logan Paul and Sami Zayn on this card anywhere because they love those two dudes over there.
that's that, that, that's a good one. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're back. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Um, I am actually surprised that you said that because Logan Paul and Sami Zayn has been there, and the crowd they love them over there. Logan has had some great
Oh,
matches in Saudi Arabia as well.
because they like
So I mean,
they know the wrestlers, they know the shtick. You know, they can do the sing-alongs and the whatnots, but it's like it seems like the guys that have that real internet presence are the ones do that got a lot of the international popularity.
yeah.
And since Logan Paul's everywhere,
I mean, yeah. I mean, him and his brother Jake. You know, him and his brother Jake Paul. So absolutely. Um. So future. Any you wanna give your predictions of these matches?
well,
Any
man,
early predictions? Any early predictions?
those top 2 matches for those crown jewel belts, I could not care even less. I think they're going to be good matches. You know, Cody's going to win. Um,
Mm.
I think Raquel's going to interject, and I think boy, we could see could we potentially see Tiffany Stratton cash in on either one of these two gals?
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be
Because I
interesting.
mean,
You know,
they're going to be fighting each other. You know, Raquel's going to interfere somehow, and
I'm pretty sure
it's going to
Tiffy
come
Time is
out.
gonna interfere too.
She's not confirmed on the card, but you know she's going to be there. So I mean,
She's gonna be there. Yes, she
I
is definitely
I
gonna be
I think there's more. For me, story wise, the wrestling's going to suck because Nia and Liv they can't wrestle themselves out of a paper bag. But I
there.
think story wise, I think there's more story in the women's match right now than there is the men's match.
I can go with that. I definitely could go with that. I actually, I'm actually going with Gunther over Cody. I
Yeah.
am definitely gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go with Gunther over Cody in that match. I think with Gunther as powerful as he is right now on Monday Night Raw, and with as much of a stronghold that Monday Night Raw has right now, going right now with the storylines and everything, minus with Jey Uso, I think Gunther is going to be the one leading that flagship because you still got to think that Raw is getting ready to go to Netflix. In a way, you want Gunther as your champion going into Netflix, and you want him to look as strong as possible going on to Netflix. I think just by based on that right now, and with the confidence I see on Gunther, I think I'm giving Gunther this. I'm
But
giving Gunther
Cody's
this victory. I'm giving Gunther
he's
this victory.
gotta he's gotta win this inaugural crown jewel belt for his daughter though. So
And it's the overseas title, and you would rather I would rather have an overseas champion on that title right there. I'm gonna talk about that rage. I'm going to talk about that here in a second
well they
because
got a crew carrying that thing in like they're protecting the Stanley Cup. It's like give me a break.
yeah, it's that ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
They
Uh,
bring it in the bulletproof case and they're like, yo man, they got the white gloves on. It's like, come on, man. It's just a dopey
there
looking
there
belt.
there's actually look. I actually like the belt. Okay, it's very shiny. Okay, and I like shiny things. Okay, I like it. It's
Oh,
glistening.
the
It's glittering.
bedazzled belt glistens. It does.
I like it. Okay, I like it. All right. The rumor is Goldberg is going to be on a show tonight, and that's who Dominic has got to face. That's the rumor. Oh God, right? So, and as far as
I,
Liv versus Nia, I hope Nia just squashes the hell out of Liv Morgan.
yo, man, not,
Any
not gonna lie, Nia, we might have called her Nia Snacks, but she was Nia the Snack on Friday. I tell you that.
Now I told y'all, Nia can look good. Nia looks good. I don't care what y'all say. My baby mama is Samoan, okay? And when they get dressed and fitted, they look really good. You want me to say psych? Okay, look, I like the aesthetics of the title, but the actual design of a bigger version of a big ass version of an NWA of an old ass NWA title, it could have been a better looking belt, but I like the aesthetics of the title. I like the aesthetics. Let me be clear. I'll say that. I'll be
it's like
aesthetic.
it's like this tall. It's like 18 inches. It covers from like their stomach
Yeah,
past their.
I would never purchase the title, but I like the aesthetics. I like how it's so shiny. That's really the only reason why I like it because it's very, very glimmery and shiny. Nia Jax is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. I would give her and I don't care. I will give her some minutes. I will lather her up with butter and I will take care of all of that. All
full
right. I
full
promise
Diddy,
you that.
full Diddy.
Full Diddy. Full Diddy. Um next match, I want to next match. Let's get this fatal four-way tag team championship match on out the way. Damage Control is not winning it. If Jade and Bianca do not retain it, I see Lash and what's the name? Metaphor, the Metaphor girls. I see them taking that title.
Bro,
I do.
they've been on all 3 shows like last week.
Yeah. And that's why. And they've actually I can't believe I'm saying this. They've actually been doing very good. I'm talking about the Metaphor women. They're not terrible, but they've been okay. They've been watchable at least. Watchable. Um Piper Niven and Chelsea. I would like to see. I I like Chelsea Green. I like Chelsea Green. Her wittiness. She is hilarious.
Bro,
But
like I've been a fan of the Karen Act for like since she started it. It was a little cringe, but now she's found her groove and it's hilarious.
it is hilarious. I enjoy it. And Piper Niven with her little sly remarks and stuff. And I think it's great. I wouldn't mind seeing them with the championship. I don't think Damage Control is going to win the tag titles. But if they did, I guess I wouldn't have a problem with it, just as long as they got people lined up to put good storyline together for them to defend it. I guess I wouldn't mind it. But at the end of the day, I see the Glamazons of Jade and Bianca retaining. But my dark horse is going to be the meta women, the metaphor women. What about you, Future?
I agree if if they want them to lose it, I'd be okay with them giving it to Metaphor, um, or Bianca and Jade retain, I guess. Um, I would like to see a little bit of a shakeup because I mean they had the belts and then they lost them, then they put them right back on them, and it's like yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I think that's fine. And WWE has a decent women's, I guess, a decent women's tag team division. You still got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Unholy Union. You still got them. If you include NXT, then you still got Fatal Attraction. I guess you can say them. You still got them. Um, Oscar will be back soon. So maybe you can. Dakota Kai will be back soon. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows of what they got planned? Um, United States Championship match, triple threat match. Um, You got Andrade versus Mello versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. There's only one way that this can go, and that's L.A. Knight retaining. You know. Well, scripts. I'm only saying that if you add the women in NXT as well. Of course, we got a lot of women that's still out and stuff. You can still have something. You may have at least 6 tag teams in the women's division that you could do something useful with those belts, with those tag team titles. Like I said, abolish the damn tag team titles, create an intercontinental title for the women and the United States Championship for the women, and have them fight it out like that. That's what I would ultimately like. But we can't always have what we want. So we got to make use of what we got. So make something happen with those tag titles float between all 3 shows.
Well, I mean, and you still got Katana Chance and Caden Carter also. So
Yeah, Katana Chance, Caden Carter, the Rob Collin, the TikTok
and
girl.
we
So
have the Pure Fusion
yeah, yeah,
collective.
the studs. Yeah, we still got those. We still got
Uh,
those guys. And it's no, you got enough about an 8 to a 10 tag team little something. Something. It's all about just putting the storyline together, starting it up, and produce long term booking. Even if the long term booking is 6 months. And no scripts. No scripts. They're not serious teams, but they're a team nonetheless. They're a faction. But they're not serious teams. And yet there are, that's why I say they're solo acts thrown together, but they're not serious teams, but they're a team nonetheless. They come out dressed
Katana
alike.
and Caden are a legit tag team because they
They
came out
are
of NXT.
now the Pure Fusion, whatever they call themselves, the studs, they're not a legitimate team, but they have formed themselves to be a team. But
Sonya
they're not.
Deville's like she's sitting in Gorilla. She's like, who are we again?
Yeah, see, they're not a serious team, but they're a team nonetheless. They're a faction, but they're not a serious faction nonetheless. They're just 3 jobber women put together for this, that, and the other. That's all they are. That's all they are. Um, next match. Like I mentioned, I got LA Knight uh winning, defending and
Yeah,
winning, and
I think Andrade and Carmella
Mello.
were just gonna kind of.
And
There'll be some good spots, but with LA Knight and there's going to be at least 3 botches. So
yeah. So but I got LA Knight winning that one. Um, and who else? Who else we got? Who else we got? We talked about both crown jewel title matches. Talked about the United States Championship. Um,
we got
who
Seth
else?
and Bronson Reed.
Oh, Seth and Bronson Reed. Probably the match that I am most looking forward to. They spent the last few weeks building this matchup to the greatest. I love the way this was going. I love the fact how last week everything was, it was in the ring at first, and then the rest of the show it was just all backstage, just jumping off, beating up on each other, just all this until Adam Pearce finally make the match. I love how this story is going. Seth Rollins getting his revenge back from all this, from the 7 tsunamis splashes. This is great. This is absolutely great.
Them fighting all around the arena had a very Attitude Era like throwback feel to it.
Yes, a very attitude era. I loved it so much. I loved it. Um, I don't know. I do not know who's going to win this match. Bronson Reed is demanding his name to be known. God damn it! I know the Jonah. I know who you are, son. I am going with Bronson Reed over Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. That's my pick. That is
I
hard. That is tough.
I really can't disagree with that because I mean, if something that Seth's been doing really well is he puts guys over, and they all kind of see
Hey,
Bronson
Mrs.
kind of getting
Future.
that killer eye, and he's coming in and just not really. He's unrestrained right now, and everybody kind of likes that raw aggression.
I love it. I love the energy. I love the aggression coming from Bronson Reed. And this does feel so attitude like. Like I feel like Big Show and Undertaker are backstage and they've been fighting and throwing each other through cage, steel door, all this other shit. This was such a tough match to pick, but I'm gonna go with Bronson Reed. Script said this could be the only match on the card, and the PLE would be perfect. I think it would too. I think this match and this match and uh, possibly the United States Championship match are probably going to be the two bangers or semi bangers, but it'll be the two best matches on the card. And I know this match is not on the card, but I want to kind of go back on what you said earlier about it. I think if they do this Bloodline versus Bloodline 6-man tag match, I think you kind of would be giving Survivor Series away, even though you are short two people for each team. Um, I think I'm reserve if they do make that match for Crown Jewel. I think what I'm gonna do is reserve that. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, we're coming back, and we're close to the end of the show too. We're close to the end of the show too. But I think I will reserve my pick for that on Friday. I might hop in on Rob's channel to give my pick for that one, or I'll just save it for when I go live Saturday morning for Crown Jewel. So I'm with you
Yeah,
on that
hop
one,
on. We'll be here on
future.
Friday. We'll be here on Friday.
Yeah, so I think I'll reserve it for Friday or wait until Saturday to give my pick on that if they decide to add that match, which will make that a total of 7 matches for Crown Jewel. And I know that they say Crown. When they go to Saudi, Saudi wants their own little version of WrestleMania. Maybe this is 7 matches will be their version of Crown of WrestleMania at Crown Jewel. So who knows? Who knows?
I mean,
Script
they've been
says that
coming in at 5 to 6 matches, 3 hours max. I mean, if they push another, I mean, we're gonna be looking at like 3.5, probably at least.
3.5. Yeah, yeah. And I guess I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I don't mind a 3 hour and 30 minute PLE for WWE. We know Triple H and Shawn Michaels like to keep their PLEs around 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes. So depending on the angle and what the closing match is going to be, the closing angle for that match is going to be, it's more things that come with it when it comes to that. So, but guys, we have hit 2 hours, and that is the end of the Big O wrap up. That is the end of the show. I do apologize once again for that botch, the terrible audio botch. My bro, where you been,
Oh,
man? I miss you, Montana. I miss you,
who's
bro,
even this
man.
guy? Hello,
Man, I
new
miss
guy.
you,
How you doing there,
Montana.
new guy?
What's going on, bro, man? It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you still doing your thing, bro. Hey, your Redskins are looking good, man. Jaden Daniels, man. Your Redskins are
They
looking
had the
absolutely
benefit of
amazing.
playing against the Chicago Bears defense that isn't even facing the line of scrimmage in the last play of the game there.
Well,
And
hell,
then they got the
the,
then they
the
had the
dude, the dude
Michael
was
Westbrook.
actually taunting the crowd. He was actually taunting the crowd when before that last play was thrown, and dude caught the damn ball in the end zone to end the game, and Chicago loses by 3, 15-18.
Well, remember that's how CU beat Michigan all those years ago. Is on that Hail
Oh,
Mary that
oh,
got bounced in the air, and Michael Westbrook pow, came down with
oh
it,
man.
and he
That
played on
that
the Redskins.
yeah, that was absolutely crazy. A lot's been going on. He said he'll be back soon, man. Montana, man, hit me up, man. DM me, all that, bro, man. I need to keep in contact with my bros, man. Need to keep in contact with my bros, man. Miss you, bro. Hope everything get better,
Miss
man.
we miss
We
you, Chips.
we here for you, bro. If you need us, man, just reach out, man. But good to see you, man. I'm glad you're still pushing it. Keep going, man. Keep going, man. Guys, we're going to end it. That is going to do it, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you, Future, for being the backup that I needed because I would have never realized that I didn't have no audio at the beginning. Uh, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Coop, for eating with us. and all that, man.
We're all messaging you and DMing you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
hey,
know,
bro.
I know, I know. A quick reminder: Saturday, I will be live for Crown Jewel right here on the channel. My stream will start at 11 a.m. Central. That will be 10 o'clock Futures time. That'll be noon, Rob's time, and everybody on the East Coast, man. Um, Also, I got 2 live streams I'm doing on Thanksgiving. First, Cowboys and Giants, Thanksgiving game. I will be live for that on the channel. Then we're going to take a break and we'll be back at 11 o'clock that night for my birthday live stream, man. We're going to celebrate the big 4-0 for your boy right here, Big O.
Big O After Dark. Oh my goodness.
Big O After Dark, man. Celebrating the 40th birthday, man. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me for all these years, man. It's been so awesome. Man, I cannot express what you guys mean to me. Future, Montana, Scripps, Rage, Rob, Jeremy, Hologram, JP, every single last one of you guys, man. You guys are a part of me, like forever, man. Like family as always, man. November 30th, Survivor Series. I will be live for that as well. The Civil War Bloodline match. That is going to be fantastic. Can't wait for that. December 14th, Saturday night main event. NBC. They're bringing it back to the old days. I will be live for that as well. Rob already said he's going to be here for that. Rob will also be here for the Crown Jewel as well.
You mean you guys aren't gonna podcast separately, and then we have to be Rick Rude?
He said he's going to do that. I will be Rick Rude for Survivor Series though. I will be Rick Rude for Survivor Series. That is the most definite.
Dude, that was the funniest thing I've ever done on here.
that was pretty cool. We had Hologram confused. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like he didn't know what was going on. So that's the schedule for you guys. I'm glad I was able to come up here today because I had some shit to get off my chest about my damn Dallas Cowboys. I want to talk about the creator for AEW and WWE. And we also talked about Samantha Irvin and the match card or should I say the potential match card for Crown Jewel this Saturday, card subject to change. That's going to do it, guys. Future, you got anything you want to say to the people out there?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on. I know you were going through a little trouble at the beginning there, and I just wanted to come in and stabilize a little bit. At least give you something we can bounce ideas off of each other. So it was more of a conversation and less of a dialogue. And so it was fun. Cooper was having fun. I hope everybody enjoyed listening to us, listening to me. Shoot, you got enough of me this weekend with Rob. 7.5 hours. Now 2 hours today. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Thanks for participating, everybody. Thanks for listening. The missus, if you're still there, I love you, and I'll call you here as soon as we get off.
Yeah. I believe Rob is live as we speak because Monday Night Raw has officially started. So I know most of y'all probably gonna go over there and holler at Rob and stuff. I will be over there at Rob's here in a little bit. And should I don't know, Future. I'm gonna let you choose. I'm gonna let you and Cooper choose. Should I leave you guys with the new intro, or should I just yeet and get out? Which one? Which one you prefer?
Oh no. Play the intro as the outro.
Plays the intros as the outros. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna play the intro as the outro. If you guys want to donate to the Cash App and help support the channel, it is scrolling right there at the bottom. I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all Cash App ready on my birthday. All right. I'm gonna need y'all to get the Cash App ready for the birthday. All right. So, on request from my boy Future and the baby mascot Coop, we're gonna leave out of here with the intro, man. Thank you, Future. Thank you, Coop. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Scripts, I know you got your live coming up at 9:30. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Scripts, man. And Montana, DM me, bro. We got to chop it up. Until then, guys, deuces, ooses, yeet.
Get ready for some fun and excitement with your boy, BiggOh. News, rumors, PLEs, and Dallas Cowboy watchmen. You better believe it's going to get crazy and psycho. So grab your beverages and your snacks. And like Big O always says, if you got it,